All right, I wanted to take a minute to show you how to properly handle logging yourself off in Solar when you're logged in multiple times. So a lot of people will see those pop-up messages when you sign into Solar more than once and not always 100% sure how to properly handle it. That's what I'm going to show you now. So you can see that I'm currently signed into Solar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a virtual machine real quick. And I'm just going to kind of simulate here signing into a new Solar session from a different computer. So if you can imagine back here, this is my Solar session in my office. So I'm sitting in my office, customer comes in, I got to get up and go out to the counter. And I go up to the counter, which is this computer here, and I launch Solar and sign in. This thing update real quick. Connect. All right, so I'm going to sign in. And after I get logged in, I'll receive this pop-up window in the top left right here. It appears that you're logged in multiple times into Solar. So I click OK, and from here it'll show me the locations that I'm signed into. The top one is always your current computer that you're on. So this is the computer that I'm on right now, and here is the computer that I was signed into before I signed into this new one, this new computer. So if you want to log that session out, which you should do, you know, no reason that you need to be signed in multiple times unless you were in the middle of something such as typing a message or updating a job queue or something like that, in the middle of creating a PO or something that you know, you wanted to leave open. Of course, if you were doing a PO or sales order, you could always put it on a call status or something and get out of it then. But there's very few reasons why you would want to leave it up. So what you would do is you come over here and click on the bottom one, put a checkbox there, and it's going to give you this little pop-up message here as you select the session that was open on a different computer. If this Solar session is still running, then logging out could cause problems. What it means by that is essentially if you were in a ticket, such as the sales order, and you force close it out, it could lock that ticket up for a time period, typically 30 minutes. You may have to contact IT to get you unlocked. So it's you know, it's basically telling you that, are you sure you want to do this? It's kind of scaring you, which I think it should scare you a little bit. But if you know your computer back in your office or wherever you left it signed in is just on the main Solar screen like this, then there's nothing to be scared of. If you're in a window such as you know, a message screen like this, you could still sign yourself out. It's really when you're in sales orders, purchase orders, transfers, AP stuff, when you're actually doing data entry on a screen that you should be concerned about and should not force log yourself off. But if you know you just left it up on this screen like here, there's no reason at all to be worried about signing yourself out. So I want to hit yes here. And then after I hit yes, I'm going to hit log out selected sessions. All right, and that one is cleared, and I hit done. Now, I'm still signed in to this computer here. I'm going to minimize it. And when I do, I'm going to go back to my original session, and you can see that it says your session is no longer valid. The session could have been closed using, you know, my logged on sessions, or a system administrator could have killed you out. And for this particular instance, you know that my logged on session screen, that's where I force close this connection. If I just hit OK, it closes out Solar. Now, if you're worried that you may lose your license that you want to keep especially during the busy months of the year. Sometimes we receive those messages where, there's no licenses available. So people sign in multiple times and try to hold those connections so they can get in. Just keep one connection open like this. So this is my connection on the computer, on the counter, and I'm done. But I don't want to log out and then walk back to the office because I'm scared I may lose that license that I'm currently using. Well, just leave it open, and I'm going to minimize this, pretend I'm walking back to my office. I'm going to go open up Solr again. I know that the computer that I was last connected to out on the counter was just on the main Solr screen window. I'm just going to launch Solr and wait for this to pop up. And sign back in. And once again, once I get signed in, you will see I will receive the little pop-up notification again. Hit OK. And the bottom one is the one that I was previously signed into. The grayed out one is the one I'm currently signed into. So I'm going to click on that checkbox, hit yes, log out of selected sessions, and then done. And it force closes my other connection out. Now that may or may not always work, because if there's absolutely no licenses available, in other words, 100% of them are utilized even when you leave the counter computer and walk back to your office, you may still receive that message. But the way I just described to you will at least kill out the session that you were utilizing on the counter, and now you're back in your office and sign back into Solr, only utilizing one license. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the IT department. Thank you.